From Nero to Diocletian, the Christian experience under the Roman Empire was horrific. They were being beaten, they were being tortured, they were being thrown into prisons, they were being targeted, they were being discriminated against, they were hated, they were burned at the stake, they were crucified, they were fed to the lions for sport. That was the Christian experience. The church was under unbelievable persecution. Satan was doing everything he could to take it out by force. And yet, it's fascinating, it grew. Constantine would provide religious freedom, religious protection for the Christians. No longer would the government target them and discriminate against them. No, they would have the ability to freely express their faith according to their conviction. This is what he was set out to do. And this goes all the way back. All of this really begins in 313 with what is known as the Edict of Milan. Now I want to show you what this was about. I want to show you the heart of this meeting. And let's delve into this. When we, Constantine and Licinius, emperors, had an interview at Milan and conferred together with respect to the good and security of the commonweal. And I want to stop right there. You have to understand, they were very insecure about the power of Rome. They were insecure about its fall and destruction. So what Diocletian did is he split it. He split the Roman Empire because of the fear of its security into 4 different parts, which eventually would be absorbed into 2, hence Licinius and Constantine. And so I want you to understand the historical context here. Rome is freaking out. They want to preserve and protect its power. And so for the good and security of the commonweal, it seemed to us that amongst those things that are profitable to mankind in general, the reverence paid to the divinity merited our first and chief attention. You understand the very priority, the main concern of coming together, Licinius and Constantine, what Constantine was concerned about above all things is the reverence that was due to the divinity so that they could receive prosperity and protection. That's the very basis of this meeting. It goes on, it says this, and that it was proper that the Christians and all others should have liberty to follow that mode of religion which each of them appeared best, so that that God who is seated in heaven might be benign and propitious to us and to everyone under our government. And therefore, we judged it a salutary measure and one highly consonant to right reason, that no man should be denied leave of attaching himself to the rites of the Christians, or, look at this, or to whatever other religion his mind directed him. Constantine, who to this day, many Christian scholars look at him as just this incredible advocate for Christianity. When you really dig into history, Constantine's vision for the Roman Empire was a little broader than that. His vision was this utopic environment where the Christian, the professing Christian, could come alongside with the pagan, side by side in society, and worship their God, or the pagans' gods, in a way that they felt convicted, to be able to freely express that faith. You know, I think about what Constantine had envisioned to do within the Roman Empire, and I look at how many people perceive America today and what America is supposed to be. This is many think this, is that we are supposed to be that very society, one who protects freedom of religion. Well, I don't care if you're a Buddhist, I don't care if you're a Muslim, I don't care if you're a Jehovah's Witness, I don't care if you're evangelical Christian, I don't care if you're a Catholic. We're supposed to all be afforded this freedom of religion. I want you to understand that idea of what we're literally experiencing today in our society is Constantinian. I want to take you ahead a few years to 321. And in 321, you're going to see Constantine is going to build upon this vision of what he has for the Roman Empire. And this is what we read. On the venerable day of the sun, let the magistrates and the people residing in the cities, what is he asking? What is the decree? They're to rest and let all the workshops be closed. Fascinating. Constantine institutes the principle of Sabbath rest. Only it's not on Saturday, it's not on the seventh day, it is on the day of the sun, it is on Sunday. I want you to see how savvy. This is where you get to see, some people would call brilliance. The brilliance of Constantine and executing his vision. His vision was to bring Christianity and paganism together and create this utopia and harmony. And let me explain what I mean by that statement and why this is so brilliant. This is so brilliant because to those Christians, and if you were here last week, you can follow me on this, the late first century and getting into the second century and even into the third century, we know there was a real movement within Christianity to abandon the Sabbath and to replace that with Sunday, the first day of the week. This was the focus. And so you have all these Christians that are adhering to this. Constantine coming out with this edict, implementing this, would have made the Christian community rejoice. They would have rejoiced. But it's fascinating. Not only would the Christians rejoice, but with the very same edict, the pagans would rejoice. What do I mean by that? Check this out. Constantine was known to worship Sol Invictus, which isn't interesting. Sol Invictus was the sun god. Now, so much so that we even today, in extent, we have coins, bronze coins that were minted, that Constantine minted in his days. They were literally in circulation when he made this statement. And on one side of the coin, you have Constantine. The flip side of the coin, what did you have? Well, you didn't have the sign of the cross, something that Constantine implemented. Everybody had to put that on their shields. And it was declared that because of that, he won his victory. There's no sign of the cross. There's not a menorah. There's not a shofar. There's not any biblical symbol that you think, okay, Constantine's this big Christian ruler. He's going to have something biblical out of that. There's not even a face of St. Peter. On the reverse side is a picture of Sol Invictus, exactly when he makes this statement. And there's an inscription on those coins. And the inscription reads as follows: in honor of the unconquered sun god, the companion of the emperor. So this is how savvy this statement is, to bring it in to appease both the pagans, which, again, an important historical fact here, is that the height of Sol Invictus and his fame in Rome and being worshipped, it reached its pinnacle in the days of Constantine. One of the key factors to Constantine's success in getting the Roman citizens, Roman public, to accept Christianity was his ability to correlate certain aspects and practices of paganism with that of Christianity. Unbelievable. And so, this whole mentality of Constantine being this radical Christian, you start to dig into history, things begin to change. Let me read to you the following. This comes from the professor at Oxford University, Dr. Murray. He says this: Mithraism, and I want to stop right there because Mithras, and we have this in inscriptions, Mithras is literally called Sol Invictus. Now you read into the stories, these two would become independent victors, but Mithras is called Sol Invictus. So Mithras had so much acceptance that it was able to impose on the Christian world its own Sunday in place of the Sabbath. Its son's birthday, the 25th of December, as the birthday of Jesus. Wow, Constantine's vision. If there's anything that the devil is good at, I'm going to tell you this. It's mixing the holy with the profane. It's taking beautiful truths and adding a little bit of lies. This is what he is good at. You go back to the garden, it's what he did to Eve. He took a truth, and then he told a lie. And the lie was, you shall surely not die. The truth was, your eyes will be open. That was true. And her eyes were open. Scary.
Hey there, this is Mike at Corner Fringe Ministries, and I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch our video. We hope that it blessed you and it encouraged you. And if it did, please hit the thumbs up on the video and share it with your friends and family. It's also, if you haven't already considered, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now, if you'd like to watch the entire video, click on this link. And if you'd like to watch the entire series and learn more about what we do and believe here at Corner Fringe Ministries, click on this link. Once again, I'd like to thank you for watching the video, and we hope to see you again soon. Shalom.